The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Centre for GOJHL hockey between the visiting London Nationals and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. I'm Noah Smith. Matt Hiscox alongside me tonight as we get set to call this one, and it should be an exciting matchup. Matt, up here in the press box with me here, and the story of the game tonight is the homecoming, the return of Gordie O'Dwyer. He'll get the starting goal tonight for the London Nationals.
Yeah, his first action in almost a month. His last game was February 24th, where he allowed one goal against the Sarnia Legionnaires. So he'll get his first action in almost a month. That's a long time for a goalie to be not playing. He gets practice time. Nothing's like a game, though.
Gordie O'Dwyer, though, a goaltender that he got his first taste, if you will, of the OHL recently with the London Knights, was a call-up for the London Knights, and all this coming since the trade from Strathroy to London to the Nationals. This, though, just his second start, as we mentioned. Hasn't been getting near the amount of playing time he got in Strathroy, and you know what? Getting the start here against his former club, this is going to be a big game for him. It's going to be a statement game of whether or not that he's going to be ready for the crease when the playoffs roll around for London.
Yeah, we talked about this before we came on camera, that Gordie's either going to come in and the team's going to know him and he's going to let everything in, or it's going to be a shutout game and he's going to blow the doors off everybody and nothing's going to get past him. We'll see what happens tonight as he goes for his second victory in a Nationals uniform. We'll see what can happen tonight.
Backing up for London, Owen Floor is a guy who got back from the OHL, has been up with the London Knights, struggled a little bit in the last week or so he's down with the Nationals. Aiden Barry up with the Knights, pardon me, and it's been back and forth for this Nationals club, of course, with the struggles the Knights have had with their goaltending, injuries, and really they've been having a hard time getting to keep a same goalie in net for weeks at a time.
Yeah, and my time with the Knights, being around the club, it sounds like Aiden Barry's actually going to get a start next weekend in their back-to-back game Friday, Saturday. We'll see what happens there. He recently signed. I think the Nationals have lost him for the year, at least until Brochu comes back. We'll see what happens there, as Aiden Barry likely won't be back with the team, so Flores will probably be here until he can regain his confidence.
Well, let's switch sides here and talk about the hometown Strathroy Rockets team that has been struggling as of late with the playoffs just around the corner. This is a big game for them. They played back-to-back games against the Leamington Flyers last week, and the game here in Strathroy, they took the Flyers to a shootout. That's the top team in the Western Conference, and the Rockets played with them the entire time. This London team, although second, holding on by a point ahead of Chatham in the Western Conference standings, they know that the Rockets, especially here in this building, can play with any team in the league.
Yeah, and it's a different building. This building is smaller than what the Nationals are used to in London. It's an Olympic-sized rink there in London, so that's one thing that they have to adjust when coming here. The boards are smaller, the boards are bouncier. They're going to have to adjust to this one. The Rockets may be able to come out here early on and get the advantage when it comes to the first few shots. Gordie's going to be nervous playing in his own barn. I think the Rockets have a really good chance, at least at the start, to come out and take the bull by the horns.
And the Rockets, a team that has been kind of bouncing back and forth with goaltenders on their own right, going once again with Chaz Nixon in goal tonight, and I think this is what we're going to see down to the Rockets' final 4 games of the regular season and into the playoffs, is that if Gordie O'Dwyer, if Chaz Nixon is playing good in net, that he's going to get between the pipes and he's going to ride it out here for Strathroy.
Yeah, a name you're not used to calling there with Gordie, but no, Chaz Nixon. I've said it every game that we play, or that I'm on the air with you. Chaz is a difference maker. He's out there. He swallows the puck every game. If it hits him, it's not going to go somewhere dangerous. He's going to play it very well and very safe when it comes to his playing, and he's not a threat when it comes to playing the puck either. If he plays it, it's going to be moved and there's no trouble. You don't see that often in goalies. He's going to be someone the Rockets, especially going forward into next season, it could be a very good staple on this team.
First game of 2 for Strathroy this weekend. They are on the road tomorrow to take on the Chatham Maroons, their final game in Chatham for the regular season. This is their final game against the London Nationals. It is safe to say that every point is a big one here as the season winds down in the final few weeks for Strathroy. Tonight against London, Sunday against Tatham, and then they have a game against St. Thomas at home, Kamoka at home, Leamington on the road. That's it. That's all for the regular season. Playoffs just around the corner. And Matt, I can speak for myself here. It's going to be an exciting night tonight and see if the Rockets can knock off the second-place Nationals.
Yeah, as of last weekend, they played Leamington. They did really well against Leamington, especially here in Strathroy. You could surprise a team. It's different here in your own building. You've got your hometown fans coming in. You never know what can happen.
Well, we take it down to ice level now as we get set for puck drop here as the teams take to the ice in Strathroy. As mentioned, Noah Smith and Matt Hiscox here to call the action for you from the West Middlesex Memorial Center. It's the London Nationals and the Strathroy Rockets here on this rainy spring Saturday night in March, and you can tell it certainly does feel like spring tonight, Matt.
Yeah, we actually had the birds in joining us earlier when we showed up tonight, so everyone's here ready for tonight's game, and even the extra little bit of fans flying around in the building.
We'll now take it down to ice level here for the national anthems and the puck drop to follow from Strathroy. Well, a good rendition of O Canada there on ice level as we get set for hockey here in Strathroy. Saturday night between the London Nationals and the Strathroy Rockets. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox with me up here in the booth above center ice to call the action here in what should be a good one. The Nats wearing their black alternate uniforms, the Rockets wearing their home reds. As we get set for puck drop, it's O'Dwyer versus Nixon in net. Matt, let's go through the scratches quickly here.
Yeah, so Brazeau, Smith, Gallant are all scratched for the Rockets tonight. And then it is Bikos and Aiden Berry scratched for the Nationals as Jaden French jumps in the lineup wearing number 2 tonight for the Nationals.
A couple of guys not in the lineup tonight for Strathroy. Blake Hall, Brandon Belaz out with suspensions tonight. So not scratched, but out of the lineup, and that'll be a big loss for Strathroy. But we're underway here as the Nationals take the puck, and they'll bring it back inside their own zone, get ready to bring it up ice. Burridge now, he'll dump it in on a backhand inside of the Strathroy zone. Rockets trying to chip that one out past as 2 Rockets converge on the boards. Nice pass by Faulkner, gets it out to Hewitt. Hewitt brings it through center ice, wide, comes in on the left side of O'Dwyer, lost the puck. Nationals trying to get it back down low, held on to by Hewitt. Looking to knock that one away. Julian right on the puck, Hogarth in to help out Hewitt. Burridge trying to bang away at it, and he knocks it back down low for Arsenault. Arsenault goes D-to-D over to the left side. Pass comes through the middle. Knock pass, and now it's going to be a foot race for it. Coming in on goal. Left side of Nixon. Pass out front for Burridge, and that one goes off his stick and wide, and the Rockets come back up ice the other way. Just out of the reach of Hogarth. Now Hogarth knocks it into the corner. Chard will pick it up for London. Moves up ice from his own zone. Nichols went to the bench. That pass was intended for him, so back into the Strathroy zone as now it's chipped up to center, picked up by another former Rocket, Riley Wood. Elliston now, part of that trade, pokes it past into the corner against Pace Roth. Now Elliston to try and get it back. Pace Roth will pick it up back up behind the net. Here for the Nationals, just over a minute and 20 seconds into this contest. At center, knocked away. Elliston just across the blue line. Elliston, long shot on, and he bounces off a hit there as the shot gloved down by Gordy O'Dwyer.
Yeah, and the one interesting fact here is Riley Wood has 14 points in his 14 games with the Nationals. You know, we really saw him being a power forward, someone that the Rockets could count on when he was here. He'd throw the body. He'd also put the puck in the net. We'll see what he can do here in his former barn as well.
Laszlo fires a shot on from the point. It goes off the boards, kept in by Charlie Barnes at the other side. Two former Nats themselves at the point for Strathroy here. Kept in by Laszlo, back down low. Nelson, on-angle shot. That one well over top of O'Dwyer and all the way back into the Strathroy zone. Over to Laszlo again. Just fans on the pass a little bit. Piercy's able to get it up to center. Torrey Alba, a couple of nice toe drag moves, dumps it in, but they're offside on the play, called down by Bolander.
Now, I'm also going to give a credit to Michael Elliston here. In 14 games as well, he's actually beating Riley Wood in points. So it looks like the Rockets may have won that trade. Something to lean forward in the future, a future piece that's actually doing really well, that's beating his counterpart there in the amount of points he's got.
Pass over just out of the reach of Spezial. Dumped in here by the Nationals. They'll chase inside the Strathroy zone. Kept in, Monroe. Long point shot, going to miss by about 4 feet wide of the blocker side there of Chaz Nixon. Kicked out past the blue line, now out to center. Duarte passes it back to the defenseman in Monroe. Monroe pass out of the reach there. Holmes, fans on it. Spezial trying to get him through. Tripped up coming across the blue line there. No call on the play. The Rockets will enter the zone, but it's Monroe picking it up. Monroe back out through the middle. Pass over to the London bench. Knocked away by Ty Johnson at the center ice line, and once again dumped in by Duarte. He'll look for a change. Nixon plays it back behind the Strathroy net. Pimentel. Nice little chip there. Kane Johnson couldn't clear. Goes back to his brother Ty in the corner. Bunker right on him. Passes it off the boards. Pimentel. Top of the circle. Couldn't get it out. It's back to Kindry. Now back to Pimentel. Quick pass out. Kane Johnson takes a hit coming across the middle there. Knocked off his stick. Getting a change, and onto the ice comes Ryan Marshall. Pass Hogarth. Burridge picks it up to Nichols. Julian looks to the net there. That backhand goes wide. Up to the point. McGowan shot on. That one gloved down by Nixon. Puck stays alive here as Pimentel will carry it up, get it to center, and dump it inside the London zone.
Nationals are having a really tough time adjusting to the small rink right away.
Back behind the net here. Knocked off the stick there. Held on to. Nats still in possession. Now back up to McGowan. McGowan straight away. Shot on. Stopped by Nixon. Into the corner for Arsenault. Now held. It's the captain Burridge. Shoved off the puck there by Habib. Now Habib and Burridge battling in the corner. Picked up in there to help him out. Nichols pass through the middle. That one knocked away. It gets back up to center as McGowan will circle back out to the London blue line. Long pass coming forward. Able to get a piece of it. Nichols, and the Nats finishing up a little bit of a change here as it's back inside the Strathroy zone. 4 minutes gone here to start this opening period of play. Carrying it up to center. Faulkner held on to it. Nice pass over to Marshall, far side. Marshall, Hogarth spins, fires to the net. That one's going to miss the pad of O'Dwyer. Come off the boards and all the way back 100 feet into the Strathroy zone. Marshall, Faulkner leaves it. Nobody there, and the Nationals are offside on the play.
And going back to my point there on the Nationals, it looks like once they can get the puck from the hash marks to the blue line, they're okay. They're able to manage the puck. They're able to manage the play. Once it gets anywhere below the hash marks, they're really lost with the puck. They don't know what to do. They're really getting bummed up in the corners. The Rockets are taking advantage of it, getting out of their zone once it's below the hash marks.
Picked up. It's Riley Wood dumping it past on a backhand. Barnes in the corner now. Gets it up. Dundas flipped forward. Elliston trying to chase it down at the blue line. Kept by Dundas, then knocked off his stick. Santavi working it forward and across the blue line. Chard stays onside. Now Chard with it. Chard, pass, left side, looking, kick at the shot off. Now that one goes wide. Up to the point, pace Roth. Looks into the corner. Santavi will pick it up. Santavi, another guy that switched teams midway through this season, coming over from Sarnia. Hands that one off. Chard walks his way out. Chard shot to the net. That one knocked away by Nixon. Far side of the ice, right up against the wall. Played off the boards, kept in. Nats in control, back behind the net. Pass out front, pacer off shot. That one's going to miss, blocker side. Chard now in the corner. Barnes just going to tie him up against the wall. We've passed 5 minutes into this opening period. Still no score. Inside the Strathroy zone. Barnes trying to kick that one away. Chard and Wood digging away at it here for the Nationals. Perry in there takes it away from his former line mate in Wood and passes it up to Elliston. Elliston, left side, in across the blue line. Elliston, look, shot on. That one stopped by O'Dwyer, and he makes the save.
And we're 5.5 minutes here into the period, and we only have 4 shots on net. 2 apiece so far. It's been a real battle in the zones so far, but it hasn't been a very big shot advantage. A lot of the shots we've seen have missed the net or have been blocked in front of the net as well.
Point kept in by Ty Johnson behind the net. Monroe rimmed around the boards. Jaden French is going to poke that one over top of the defenseman's stick, picking it up. Quick pass. Nigel Piercy. Piercy going to try to rush in here, cross the line. He's the only one there against 4 Nationals. Gets it into the corner. Played up pass through center. Ty Johnson with it. Over to Kendry. Kendry. Quick pass. Piercy. Piercy takes a hit, but he dumps it in. That was Holmes laying the body as O'Dwyer plays that one around the corner. Piercy now trying to dish it back behind the net. Arsenault. Quick pass over. The Nationals will slow things down, set up behind the net. Deacon Holmes with it, just flips it up into the air and down the ice, and that'll be an icing against London. 13:41 to go here in period number 1.
Yeah, and the Nationals kind of have the same attitude as the Knights usually do here, it looks like, is they try and go for the stretch pass. If they've got the space, go for it when they can and get it as far out as they can. Stretch the defense back and open up areas that you can move the puck in.
Right off the draw, kept Spezial to the point. Marshall shot on, and that one right into the logo, though O'Dwyer a quick peek behind him there to see where the puck was. He covers up. 13:35 to go here in period number 1. We should mention the officials in the game tonight. Aaron Scheffler and Alec Cook are wearing the bands. Jordan Hurtubise and Owen Bolander, the linesmen in tonight's game. Hogarth will take the draw. It's off to Gordy O'Dwyer's right side, and now Burridge going to get thrown from the face-off dot.
Very quick toss on that draw.
Habib now from the point, shot on, and O'Dwyer once again sees that one right into the logo to make the save.
And as we mentioned in the pregame, this is Gordy's first game action since February 24th, I should say. And that's when he faced Sarnia. So it's going to be tough for Gordy. You almost want to get as many shots here early so you don't get cold.
Just 5 days removed from a month since his last action. Burridge now cutting through. Backhander on. That one stopped by Nixon. Into the corner. Now playing that one up. Gets off the glove of Nichols and will clear. Nichols trying to bat it back in. And now Marshall over to Habib. They play catch just inside the blue line. Habib will turn on the Jets, get to center. Try to dump that one in. It didn't get past. It was knocked down. Quick pass opposite side of the ice. Now Faulkner dumps into the near corner of the London zone. Held on to Arsenault, nice playing. Gets it up to the blue line. Return pass, cutting in. Splits the D, shot on. Nixon makes a nice save as the puck goes into the corner. Oh, the Nationals with their best chance of the game so far. Marshall coming across through center, and he had to dodge a hit from Julian. Pass goes D to D. Trying to settle it down. Pace Roth will spin back, get it on his forehand. Tries to slow things down here. Nationals inside their own zone. Pass opposite side of the ice. Perry knocks it to Alliston, but the Rockets are offside on the play. He didn't quite clear before entering the zone.
And Michael Ellison, who we didn't know what to expect when he came over, has done a really good job so far for the Rockets, as he is their second leading point scorer on the team. He has 7 goals in 14 games. That's a really good pace for a young kid to come over and joining a new team halfway through the season.
Pamel throws a hit up against the wall, trying to dig the puck loose. Spezial looking, shot, scores! It's Brendan Spezial, and the Rockets strike first, 7 minutes, 56 seconds in.
Spezial with his 5th of the season, and what a shot. Came off the boards in a scrum to his stick, walked basically below the circle on the far side, and beat O'Dwyer on his glove side, basically in between the ear and the post. What a shot by Spezial as it gets the Rockets out here early in the game. Well, I shouldn't say early, almost 8 minutes into the game. and he puts the Rockets up 1-0 here against their former goaltender.
A huge goal to get the Rockets on the board first here. Now Perry up through the middle of the ice, knocked off his stick. Rockets are offside on the play, and that'll be blown down as it was into the skates of Dylan Dundas and touched there. Brandon Spezial with the goal for Strathroy to give them the 1-0 lead here early in this hockey game.
And they get it on their fifth shot of the game, and it is an unassisted goal as it came from the scrum in the far corner as well.
Arsenault now in the corner here, gets it up to Santavi. Nats will knock it past and throw it down the ice, chasing that one down. Icing waved off as Barnes is there to get it behind the Strathroy net. Chard comes in to help. Now Arsenault from the corner, shot thrown on, rebound, another one thrown over top of the net. That one just missing. Thrown on goal. Perry picks it up behind the net. Tried to bounce it off the boards, knocking it down here. Chard, nice play, trying to work it over to Riley Wood. Wood knocked off his stick. Chard back to get it. Into the corner for Santavi. Santavi to Chard, out front. They couldn't get it, and the Rockets will clear. Quick pass, Elliston, now to Perry. Perry, wide on the right side, dodges the hit. Perry looking out front. That one's going to hit off the side of the net. Picked up, and now working out through the middle is Deacon Holmes. Holmes to center, fires that one off the boards, and it's going to miss the net there. No icing. Nixon let it go as if he thought it was. Dundas kicks it up to Elliston. Elliston across the logo at center. Elliston wide, looking shot on. O'Dwyer a little bit of trouble, but he makes the save and covers up.
And the Rockets are really attacking Gordy O'Dwyer's glove here early on. That's probably about the fourth shot or attempt shot towards his glove side. It seems like that's where they know the weakness is, but it seems like Gordy has been up to the challenge so far. And I should mention the line of Hewitt, Spezial, and Kane Johnson so far has 28 points this season. I think they just got their biggest point so far.
Piercy back behind the net for Cucci. Cucci looking out front, and that one stopped by the paddle of O'Dwyer. Now Nelson with it, up to the point. Nelson trying to shovel it to the opposite side. Cucci in the corner will get it, looks out front. Only person there to pick it up was the Nationals, and they move it up through the middle. Pass now out of the reach of Cucci. Cucci knocked away. Nelson pokes it past into the corner. McGowan will pick it up. Now McGowan back up, knocked down by Kindry. Cucci looking. Cucci out front with the pass, and that one knocked off the stick, cleared off the glass and up to the line by McGowan, but not out. Kindry and now Piercy holding the line there for Strathroy as the shoves continue just inside the London blue line. Past the halfway mark of this opening period. O'Dwyer over, and now French just at the blue line. Can't clear. Nelson pins it. Johnson shovels it back down in. And now behind the net, settling it down, is Owen McGowan. McGowan chased out, comes out the right side of the goal. Up ice into the offensive zone, knocked off his stick. Ty Johnson through the middle. Quick pass over into the skates of Hewitt there, and they were offside on the play. Julian will pick it up. Hands it back to the defender, and now, once again, a little bit of a slow start from London out of their own zone. Quick pass over. Julian will knock it in on a backhand. Marshall to Hewitt. And that one's going to go over top of the glass and out of play off the stick of Hogarth. We'll get a whistle. 9:08 to go here in period number one. The Rockets leading by a score of 1-0.
Yeah, and it seems like Jaden French, the youngster, the AP that's been called up for tonight's game, he's been on a game, or he's been a little rough here with the team so far on the Rockets. Only his ninth game of the season so far.
Hadji keeps it in, looks for a pass to the slot. It was knocked away by Hogarth, and now Faulkner will throw it off the boards, get it out, down the ice, and an icing is going to be charged here against the Rockets. Spring in the air, Matthew, and we have a couple of birds in the arena tonight, so if you see something flying around on your screen on Hockey TV, you're not losing it.
No.
You are not going crazy. There are a couple of birds that have made their way into the arena.
They were actually joking about it in the Coliseum there for the Marlies, that they have the same issue, and I thought that was quite funny, and now we've got it here in the Rockets' home rink.
It's Noah Arsenault now up through the middle. He's going to dump that one in, but he wasn't quite at center, and that's going to be an icing against London.
And it seems like there's some injury trouble going on with the Rockets bench. We'll see what happens there. But it looks like we'll see who. It looks like Kikuchi may have injured his wrist during that scrum at the lines there when they were getting all tangled up there, as he's talked with the trainer multiple times since coming off.
Shot from Laszlo went wide into the corner. Barnes came in to help out. Now up to the blue line, trying to poke that one past. The Rockets will get it back. It's Kane Johnson in across the blue line. Now left side, Johnson looks to the middle. Spezial, backhand on. That one stopped by O'Dwyer, and it's going to be cleared up into the air, down the ice. Not enough for icing. So the Nats will get that change as the Rockets pick it up behind their net. Pass out of the reach, back out to Arsenault at center. Arsenault goes D to D. Over to Hedgie, down the ice. Picked up here, Laszlo. Laszlo around the boards. Pimentel has it. Near side, Monroe at the point. Bouncing puck, gets past everyone and is cleared out. And now the Rockets will get the puck back. Johnson over to Spezial, out of his reach. Holmes will pick it up. Back behind the net with it here. Holmes, right side, poking it past. Still has it here, Holmes. Spins, looks, pass out front to Vanderzom. And that one, a collision from Ty Johnson and Deacon Holmes sending the net off right behind Chaz Nixon.
Yeah, and you can see there was no intent there. He just lost his footing. Chaz Nixon gives him a little tap there, a little love tap, as Nixon was able to slide quickly out of the way, thankfully.
Yeah, that could have been a disaster.
You know, I've been in those don't feel too nice. The knees don't feel too good. Usually you can catch yourself when you're going down, but even the lower body, you could get caught the wrong way and take something out. Thankfully, Nixon was able to move out of the way very quickly, though. We should mention, we've talked about Julian. His name's been brought up multiple times for the Nationals so far. He's on a 9-point streak in the last 5 games, so he'll be an eye to watch tonight.
Back behind the net, Vanderzong gets it out front, but there's no Nationals there to pick it up. Ty Johnson, quick pass over, Elliston left side. Elliston cuts to Perry. Perry looking back to Elliston, it's up to the point. Kindry now shot through traffic. Puck sits there, picked up by Elliston. They couldn't knock it away, and now they get it back. No, Perry holds on to it. Perry, Elliston, Dundas coming in, right side. Dundas off the post. Beat O'Dwyer, but it bounces back out, and now Duarte will carry it to center. Over to Vanderzom. Vanderzom taken out. Oh, and they're going to call that a trip.
So they're going to call that one, but there was one that would happen. I don't know if you were able to catch it, Noah. Duarte came across the lower circle and actually targeted Elliston's face when he came across for the hit. So that really surprises me that they called that, but they didn't call the Duarte one at the other end of the rink.
So Ty Johnson shaking his head in the box there as he went for the hit and looked like he got him with the rear end, but the official calls him on the trip, and now the Nationals get a power play chance here. Shot on. That one from Burridge from the point, stopped by Chaz Nixon, and now into the corner. Marshall going to try to tie up Chart here. Wood tries to bring the puck loose. Nelson gets it, and he's going to send that one down the length of the ice.
And the number one power play in the GOJHL at 22.3% is the London Nationals. The Rockets 74.6% on the kill. See if they can keep that climbing up the last few games.
Burridge tries to work his way in. Lost it into the corner. Now Habib throws a hit on him. Chard up to the point for McGowan. McGowan, Burridge now. Burridge back up. Blue line, McGowan. Now to Burridge, right side. Burridge toe drag. Shot on. Nixon, big save. Rebound comes out, and the puck kept alive here by the Nationals. Now point shot from McGowan. That one into the shins of Perry and blocked. Marshall tries to pick it up. Has it knocked off his stick. A minute gone here on the London power play. 6 minutes to go in period number 1. Tied up. Chard against Marshall. Up to the point now. Far side of the ice. Handing it off. Looking for an option. Didn't find one he likes. Julian. Now Burridge at the point. Burridge. Julian. Far side of the ice to McGowan. The captain Burridge settles it down, winds one up, shot on. That one goes off the skate of Habib, bounces behind the net and all the way back up to the point. 35 seconds to go on the man advantage. Pass, gets through a skate. Burridge holds, Burridge looks, shot. That one blocked and goes into the corner. Oh, this power play for London working. 25 seconds to go. Burridge shot into the skates of Perry and wide. Rockets doing everything they can to get in the lanes here. Shot blockered away by Nixon. 14 seconds to go on the man advantage. Wood out front, shot over top of the net. Bounces up to the point and kept in by Burridge. Burridge past McGowan, walks, shots over top of the net, bounces off to the left side. 2 seconds to go, and it sits at the side where it's covered up by Nixon with just 1 second to go. So the Rockets, for all intents and purposes, kill off the penalty. They'll wait for the drop of the puck before Ty Johnson works his way back onto the ice.
Yeah, and you want to talk about a penalty kill. Block shots, Chaz Nixon doing Chaz Nixon things, putting the puck out of problem areas. That was, you couldn't script a better power play or penalty kill if you tried.
Picked up, cleared right off the boards, up to Ty Johnson, and now he leaves it for Faulkner. Faulkner weaves his way in, lost it, trying to pick it up, and it's going to be picked up by French behind the net, throws it off the boards. Puck comes back out to center. Hogarth with a man right on it. Back to the London bench area, knocked off the stick there. Faulkner holds, past to Hogarth coming through the middle. Beaupre poked off his stick by Hogarth. He'll dump in. Out of his net to play it is O'Dwyer. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Rockets after a big penalty kill, leading 1-0. Laszlo takes the pass there. A couple of slashes from Beaupre there as he worked his way into the zone. Tried to clear it off the boards. Beaupre knocks it down, and then it'll be blown down on a high stick. Hogarth having a conversation with Beaupre there, who gave Laszlo 2 or 3 good ones on his way into the zone.
Yeah, those weren't just slashes. Those were, let's get you off the puck and maybe take you down. Those were not very nice slashes by any means. And you could hear it hear yells from the bench that they wanted the call as well, and I don't blame them by any means for wanting that call.
Pass back into the skates. And Kindry. Kindry, a nice move to get it past Chard over to Dundas. Dundas tries to flip it back through the middle. Santavi leaves it. Pass over. Elliston picks it up. Elliston to Dundas. Dundas in across the line. Leaves it for Perry. Perry wide into the corner. Dundas to try and help him out. Thrown around. Ty Johnson there to pick it up, and not for long here. Trying to work that one pass. Coming through the middle. Kindry. Nice play to intercept that one. Kindry works his way in across the blue line. And they're going to be offside on the play. I think it was Perry just a step ahead of it there. 3:49 to go here in the first.
Yeah, and that's a big kill for the Rockets. We got to say once again that it was huge. They were able to get a big one out, and the Nationals here are trying to get a late change actually after the Rockets get theirs. And you can see Jeffrey Burridge was not impressed with being sent back to the bench on that.
Back inside the Nats zone, played nice quick pass up through center. Chard will break it in on the left side. Looks for Santavi out front. That one knocked off his stick. No one else in now. At his own blue line. Comes through the middle. Enters the offensive zone. Pass far side of the ice. Habib's pinching in. Shovels it. Now hits off the back of the net. And that's where it will be stopped. Trying to slow it down here and work his way up ice. Chard lost it. Now Nichols right out front of the London bench. This one's going to be sent off the boards, down the ice, and an icing against London. 3:14 to go in this opening period of play. And now the linesman trying to figure out who that last change was.
And once again, Mr. Burridge was the one on the change, the player of the month for November that was announced today was the last one on. And you can tell he's still yelling at the linesman there that he should have been allowed on for the change, but you can't make the change on an icing here in the GOJHL by any means.
Laszlo shot, that one tipped. Might have been by Faulkner, and it was stopped by O'Dwyer. Now picking it up, coming past the blue line. Pass, that one knocked away by Laszlo, able to get the stick in the lane. Nice play. Santavi picks it up on a turnover, works his way in. Santavi, backhand, coming through, and he goes into the corner there. Just lost it on the last deke. Nice defensive play. Faulkner into the corner now to pick it up. Works his way, weaving his way past a couple of forecheckers, comes through the middle of the ice, into the offensive zone now. Faulkner throws a hit, bounces off him, side of the goal. Hogarth looking, trying to shovel that one in was Hewitt. Hits off the side of the net, sitting on the side of the goal. Puck still loose. Kindry now pinches in from the blue line. Into the corner for Hewitt. Faulkner couldn't get the shot off there. A little slash, and the Rockets lose the puck. Burridge comes in, dumps that one off the boards. Kindry gets it back out to center for Hogarth. Hogarth loses it in his skates. Nats will bring it into the offensive zone. Looking, shot, that one stopped, blocked by Ty Johnson. Kindry flips into the air, and that one's going to hit off the low-hanging scoreboard here, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 2:09 to go in the first.
And I got to give it to the Rockets tonight. They've probably had about 5 or 6 block shots so far in this game, making it a real big difference for Chaz Nixon. When you block a shot, you don't know how much that is a relief for your goalie, especially if you get all of it. If you get half it, the goalie's going to worry a lot. But if you get a full block, it's a lot easier.
Sent around the boards and down the ice for an icing against Strathroy. So we'll redo the face-off inside of the Rockets zone. We'll get a check on the out-of-town scoreboard in the first intermission, but a couple other games in the Western Conference today. Chatham was victorious over Sarnia, and Kamoka is hosting Leamington. Both those teams, obviously the Nationals will have an eye on him as it's rimmed around the boards, gets over top of the stick, picked up by Piercy. Piercy, now Cucci, up to the point. Johnson looking to the net. That one blocked, didn't make it there. Piercy trying to pick it up. Piercy to the net, bounces around. Nelson couldn't get it in as it got behind O'Dwyer, but the Rockets couldn't find it to the net. Now Piercy trying to pick it up. French off the boards, kept in to the goal, bounces off him. Nelson picks it up. Nelson waits for his men to get back as that one's going to be fired off the skates and back into the Strathroy zone. 90 seconds to go here in the first. French in the corner here. The AP for the Nats in this game. Now back behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Chard will pick it up. Nelson pins him up against the wall. Now Chard tried to bring that out. Couldn't, just squirt his way through, and that one's going to be cleared out through the middle of the ice. Past Cucci into the London zone. Pass knocked out of the air by Nelson. Picked up. Elliston fires it in as Elliston takes a hit right up against the glass. O'Dwyer stops the dump in with his paddle. And now the Nats will bring it back up through center ice. Elliston trying to muscle McGowan off the puck. McGowan will dump it in. Held on to Habib off the boards and back out to center for Thomas Monroe. Monroe, quick pass, coming in, enters the zone. Santavi, but he's offside on the play. And the Nats will have to clear. 35 seconds to go. Rockets trying to work it up ice now as that one's touched by Chard. Marshall now. Over to Habib, far side of the ice. To Dundas trying to chip that one up. Perry trying to come in and help him out. Just in across the blue line. Backhand pass, glove down, working his way forward. Riley Wood. Wood cutting. Santavi wide right side. Shot to the net was blocked. Looking out front. That one gets through, but the Rockets will pick it up. It's Elliston. 10 seconds back the other way. And a shot by Dundas will go off a stick and over top of the glass, out of play. 7.8 to go here in period number 1.
Yeah, and just quick back-to-back action here as they went back and forth. The Nationals, it seemed like they couldn't get a shot there because the defense just kept jumping and pushing on the Nationals' offense pressure. So we'll see if that continues throughout this game.
Cleared down the ice, and this one will have enough to go for icing with 0.9 seconds to go. So it'll just be a ceremonial face-off of sorts inside the London zone.
A good old puck drop for no reason when you look at it. Let's all go line up and for 0.9 seconds. Could almost be worse. It could be 0.1 seconds.
So the horn goes, and period number 1 comes to an end, and it's the Rockets in the lead, 1-0 on the goal by Brendan Spezial. 7:56 into the first period of play. They'll take that lead into the intermission here, and Matt, that is a big lead for Strathroy. Not just to strike first in this game, get on the board here in period number 1, but to take that lead into the intermission, that's going to be huge for this club.
And to hold the pressure. There was no, I didn't worry about the Rockets besides the power play with the pressure with the Nats. There was no, here it comes. Here comes the Nationals offense. There was none of that. I didn't feel that pressure. When watching back and forth, it continued to go back and forth, especially during the early parts of that game. When you look at the shots, 9-9, it's been an even game. It doesn't look like it's a 1 versus 7 team. This looks like it could be a 4 and 5 team as of right now.
Rockets, as you mentioned, 9-9, the shots on goal after the first 20 minutes of play. The Rockets easily had 5 or 6 blocked shots in that first period of play, able to keep the puck away from the goaltender, Chaz Nixon, who has done a fantastic job so far. As mentioned, the Nats power play 0 for 1 in that opening period of play. Let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard. We mentioned 2 other games in the Western Conference today. An afternoon game going on just down the road in Chatham. The Sarnia Legionnaires falling 9-5 to the Chatham Maroons, who move within a point of the London Nationals. If there's a team that's cheering for the Rockets to win tonight, it's going to be the Chatham Maroons. They'll face Strathroy tomorrow, but as for right now, they're hoping that they can keep London off the board in terms of points and keep that 1-point deficit behind the second-place London Nationals.
Yeah, and that's something, it's getting into that time. We start seeing, scoreboard watching and standings watching, and it's the best time of the year. You've got March Madness going on. You've got playoffs starting soon in multiple leagues. What more could you ask for? Hey, and baseball season starts up too.
Over in Kamoka, it's the Leamington Flyers and the Kamoka Kings. That game is about 5 minutes into the second period of play. Leamington has just scored on a goal by Andrew Utero to give them a 1-0 lead over Kamoka. We'll keep an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard as we move throughout the night here, but here in Strathroy, it's a 1-0 lead for the Rockets on the unassisted goal, at least for now, by Brendan Spezia. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets Audio Network and watching on HockeyTV.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy.
The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy. It's the Rockets out in front to a 1-0 lead over the London Nationals on a goal by Brandon Spezial. And it is a big 1-0 lead for London. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox back up with you here on the broadcast booth. And Matt, that first period of play for Strathroy, they have the 1-0 lead. Yeah, that's important. That's great. But overall, they were able to tame the beast that is the London Nationals at times. And really, there wasn't any part of that period, like you said at the end of one, that scared you. No, and being around the GOJHL a lot, you look and you watch and you wait for the Nationals to show the hunger. There was no hunger that first period. There was a bunch of shots, and there was a Chaz Nixon. Chaz Nixon did what I mentioned in the pregame. He put them at a danger. He put them in the corners. He put them in where everything needs to go if you're a goalie and if you're a coach asking that goalie to do his job. It was in the corners. It was in his breadbasket. As for Gordie O'Dwyer, he did Gordie O'Dwyer things. It hit him. He saved it. If it didn't hit him directly, it was kind of a cluster mess. And, you know, the Nationals were able to, or the Rockets, were able to capitalize because the goal lead was off a rebound, put it in the corner, not in the direct corner. It was put off to the boards where the Rockets were able to pick it up from a scrum and bring it back and snipe it over his corner. It was Brandon Spezial's 5th of the season. That got Rockets on the board, a 1-0 lead after one period of play. And, of course, we talked about how the Nationals didn't have their greatest first period of play. But at the end of the day, they're still the London Nationals. We've seen them play multiple times this year. We've seen them play in years past. They're going to battle back here in this game. The key for the Rockets is to just keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to change anything up. Keep blocking the shots. Man, this first period, how many times did we see guys go down that we haven't seen block shots before this year? Get in the lanes, block shots. Sometimes it can create a little bit of havoc for your goaltender in Chaz Nixon, but when it works, he thanks you. Yeah, exactly. My buddy Kyle Gramar, from Country 104, we always talk to him. He was a goalie. There's multiple times where him and I have mentioned, if you're going to block a shot, get 100% of it. If you don't, it's going in the back of your net because it's going to deflect off 3 guys and it's in the back of your net. Tonight, it's been blocks, and it's blocks 100%. Those, as a goalie, you feel so much cleaner, safer, and they're out of your danger zone when you make those blocks. So those blocks that the key guys, the Carson Perry, the Spezial, they're making those blocks. Those are big for the team. So we'll take it down now to ice level here as we get set for this second period of play. Rockets and Nationals. It's a 1-0 lead for Strathroy after that first period. The goal by Brendan Spezial, as mentioned, giving them the lead, and they'll see if they can hold on to it here in what will be another exciting period. Hewitt, Faulkner, Hogarth, the same 3 that were out there to start the game for Strathroy will be up front with Marshall on the back end with Jacob Habib. Yeah, and Gordie O'Dwyer back in a familiar zone for him for sure, as he has returned to our right end here. Multiple games that he spent in that crease, and we'll see if he has any remnants of the time in there as well. Back behind the net, O'Dwyer plays it, leaves it. It's the Rockets to pick it up and shoveled out front off the pad of O'Dwyer was Hewitt. It's sent down the ice, and Chaz Nixon's out of his net to play it. Over to his left for Habib. Behind the net, Marshall. He's going to rim that one around the boards. Gets it up to Hewitt. Hewitt takes a hit, but he's able to get up to the blue line. Not out. Chipped back into the corner. Marshall will chase. Now Faulkner. Cleared up to center. There to chase it down. Hogarth comes through the middle. Hogarth, long shot on. That one kicked away by the pad of Gordie O'Dwyer. Cleared back out to the blue line. Bouncing puck as Habib will bat that one out of the air and dump it into the zone. Arsenault to chase. The pass over McGowan. Gets it up, Nichols. Nichols clears center, gets into the offensive zone. Pass over, right side, Burridge settles it down. Burridge over to Nichols and just knocked off his stick. Now holding on to it. Rockets going to get this puck back. Up to Faulkner. Faulkner couldn't clear. Nichols trying to poke that one past Hogarth. Up to the blue line. Hedgie, nice play. Hedgie works his way in. Knocked off the puck there. Nixon on goal, and he's going to cover up. Oh, the puck might have been loose out front, but the official losing sight of it here. Now some shoves as Habib and Julian right out front of the crease.
Yeah, and we saw this earlier in the first period, late into the period, where guys would start getting pushy and it wasn't cross checks, but it was pushes. It was, I don't want to call them punches either. They were jabs, we'll call them, right around the blue lines. And now you're starting to see the dirty parts of the Nationals coming out, where they're not getting their way, they're going to make their own way happen.
Rockets trying to clear. Alliston poked out, got it to center. That's as far as they got it, as Chard brings it back in for the Nationals. Into the corner now. Riley Wood looking down low, trying to hold on to it here. Puck cleared past him, gets past Hedgie down the ice, and it will be icing charged against Strathroy. They'll bring the faceoff back into the Rockets zone.
And you can still see some chit-chat going around with the players. Everyone making sure they say hi to former teammate Riley Wood on the ice there as well, though. But this isn't just with Riley.
Big hit back behind the net. Santavi now leaves it for Riley Wood. Wood trying to get that one back. Held on to here. Looking around, holding for it. Chard, Wood, looking out front, held on to. Riley Wood on his forehand now. Quick pass up and off the stick of Hedgie. It bounces out to the neutral zone, and the Nationals will have to clear. And now get ready to enter the zone again. Chard, who was just inside the blue line, almost knocked off his stick by Dundas. Coming through the middle. There with it, Perry to Elliston. Elliston going to try to work his way in. Knocked off his stick. Was just about a stride shy of breaking in alone there on O'Dwyer. Now poking, looking, and this one blown down. It's going to be the far official making the call here, and I think it's going to go against the Nationals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a high stick there on the Nationals. It looks like Chad there.
Chard's the one
going. Yeah, I didn't see the call myself. I was watching the play. It must have happened behind the play. But Elliston had a great chance there to get in on himself on almost a little breakaway there.
So the Rockets on the power play for the first time tonight. Pass comes up to Charlie Barnes. Quick over to Elliston. Now Nelson tried to return it to him. Barnes looking to the goal. He couldn't get that one onto the stick of Dundas. Perry with it. Nationals all over the Rockets here. And now Burridge will intercept it and send that one down the length of the ice. Bouncing puck on goal for Chaz Nixon, who has no choice here with Nichols right on him, but to cover up. Not a great start to the power play for Strathroy.
No, 15.1% on the power play this season are the Rockets, so it's really tough, especially against a Nationals power play that or penalty kill, my apologies, that ranks 11th at 83%. So really tough to come in against one of the top 10, 11 teams on the power play.
So the Rockets will have to start from their own zone now. Elliston with it behind the net. Passes it over to Dundas, right side. Quick pass over. Barnes steps in. Barnes going to leave that one for Nelson. Nelson around the boards. No Rockets there to get it. Santavi to try and pick it up, and then he'll send it down the length of the ice. Right on goal for Chaz Nixon to play it. Elliston quickly over. Nelson now coming through the middle to Perry. Perry chip Dundas. Dundas across the blue line and dumps it in. Rockets got to be quick to try and get this puck back. Thrown off the boards up to Elliston at the point, and this one unable to be held in by Barnes. Barnes is going to have to hold. Gets it over, far side of the ice for Nelson. Now to Perry, left it for him. Trying to chip that one past Arsenault. Chips, Santavi, sent down the ice, and the Rockets still no good chances here on this power play.
And this is what happens when you have big bodies like the Nationals do, when they can get into the corners and kill pucks and send them all the way down the ice, especially on a small rink like this.
Johnson, two, backhand on! Oh, and O'Dwyer makes the save. Hogarth might have caught him sliding a little bit, but the backhand, I think, a little bit too much of the middle of the net caught there.
Yeah, if he had put that just a little, even just a little bit lower and kept it on or shot it a little bit quicker. You know, that I don't want to be too picky on that one. Very, very close chance though for Hogarth there on the face or on the backhand.
Just 28 seconds to go on the power play for Strathroy, their first of the game. One up to the point for Kindry. Kindry looking, shot through. This one off the skates of Hogarth and picked up. Faulkner fires one in on goal. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Back behind the net. Faulkner tied up, trying to get that one through. Hogarth now in the corner. 14 seconds to go. Into the skates of Hedgie. Cucci to Hogarth. Poked off. Hedgie will pick it up and he'll fire that one down to center at least, as it was knocked down by Ty Johnson. 2 seconds to go. That'll do it for the man advantage. So Strathroy unable to get anything going on the power play. Burridge up to Nichols inside the offensive zone. Nichols taking a hit there. Now throwing a hit there is Hogarth, and the arm comes up on the official. And an interference call against Hogarth will send London right from the penalty kill to the power play.
And it's interesting, the puck was right there in the feet almost, and they're calling it interference. I mean, if anything, you could have called that one a cross-check. Either way, though, that's going to be a tough break for the Rockets as they're going to go back. They were able to kill the first one and did a very, very good job of killing it. They got a lot of block shots, and it looks like they're going to have a little bit of extra penalty killers here as the Birds have joined the teams on the ice.
And as we talk about so many times, when the Rockets take penalties against teams with good power plays, no matter how good your penalty kill is on any given night, you give them too many chances, they'll eventually find the back of the net. He's off to a good start here as they dump it into the London zone. 25 seconds already off the penalty to Hogarth. Now to McGowan. Chard dumps it in. Back behind the net. Just out of the reach of Marshall. And he uses that long stick to pick it up. Gets it off the stick of Burridge at the blue line. And cleared back out to center. Burridge will pick it up here. He spearheads this London Nationals power play. The captain, the quarterback, if you will. Julian tries to go down low for Chard. Bouncing puck up to the point for McGowan. Far side, Burridge shot, rebound out front, looking on, and Julian couldn't get a shot off on that bouncing puck. Gets it up to the point for McGowan. Down low, Chard behind the net, looks Wood out front, and he couldn't get the shot off, and it's cleared back out to center.
Yeah, Ryan Marshall with a key little stick lift there as it was going to Chaz Nixon's left, and a wide open net, but a little poke by Marshall, and it keeps it out of the net.
From the corner now, Habib fires it down the ice. 35 seconds to go on the London man advantage. O'Dwyer with it. O'Dwyer a long pass right up through the middle of the ice. Bouncing puck. Elliston will get it, and Elliston will fire it right back into the London zone. London now will set up. Losing an edge there is Hewitt. It's McGowan across the logo at center. Now into the offensive zone. Near corner. Now looks for a pass. Hands it off down low. Behind the net. Pass off the boards. Trying to settle that one down. Elliston lifts the stick there. Couldn't get it out. 1 second to go. Onto the ice comes Hogarth. The Rockets have killed off the penalty. Nats still with pressure inside the Strathroy zone. Up to the point. Settles it down. Holmes looking, shot through traffic and gloved down by Chaz Nixon.
Great penalty kill by the Rockets. Once again, I say it over and over and over again. I feel like I'm a broken record, broken coach, broken record, anything you want to say here. But if you block the shots, you get in the lanes, you block the passes, you're going to have a good penalty kill. This is what Jason Williams likes to see. Do your jobs. Do what you're required, and success will come.
Picked up off the face-off there, coming through the middle. Pimentel just lost it at the line. Spezial, and it looked like they might have held it, but it's blown down by the linesman. 13-17 to go here in the second period of play. The Rockets holding on to the 1-0 lead. A couple of power plays for this second period, one on either side. Still no goals in the second. Monroe off the draw, picks it up inside the London zone and sends that one down the length of the ice. And it'll be an icing against London right away. Brings the face-off back inside the London zone. Of course, Matt, March break here, the back end of March break for the high school kids. We see a fair amount of them out here tonight at the West Middlesex Memorial Center.
Yeah, where's our March break? Do we get one of those?
I've been told you don't get those as adults anymore.
Can we make a request for one?
I think you got to schedule your own. It's weird how they do it in adulthood. Huh?
Let's go back. I don't want to do this anymore.
Picked up inside the London zone. With it here is Deacon Holmes. Gets the center. Couple of moves, but lost it as soon as he got to Kindry. Behind the net, Ty Johnson lost it on a hit. There to try and get it back. Kindry, a nice play. Kindry up to Ty Johnson's pass comes through the middle, and a big hit there sends Duarte down to the ice. Johnson in across the line, leaves it. Pimentel's shot, that one blocked and right up into between the legs of Holmes. He slowly makes his way back out front of the net to regain his position, and now slowly to the bench. Kindry up against the wall. Vanderzalm tried to chip that one past. Up to the line. Hedgie into the corner. Behind the net now. Johnson right on his man. Tied up. Spezial with it. Vanderzalm right on him here as the Rockets looking to try and exit the zone. Shot on from Hedgie, and that one destined for the low corner. Picked up by the glove of Chaz Nixon.
And Holmes is still feeling that one. That one did not look good from up here by any means. I could tell. There's one feeling that every male on the universe knows, and that's that pain right there, and that was not a good one. As he sits there on the end of the bench, get a few water, he'll probably take a shift off maybe on that one.
Off the draw, kicks it back up to his stick. Barnes now coming through center. Barnes with it. Return pass tries to find Dundas into the skates. Dundas picks it up. Shot on! That one stopped by Gordy O'Dwyer as he had to be quick to react after Dundas picked off the puck inside the blue line. Out front of the Strathroy bench, digging away at it. It's Riley Wood to pick it up. Wood able to get that one through, but the Rockets will pick it up. It's Perry. Perry over to Elliston. Elliston couldn't get it back on the pass from Carson Perry. Puck will be cleared out past the blue line. Knocking it down with the glove is Laszlo. A nice play. Oh, and he tried to quickly stretch that one up to Michael Elliston and couldn't. Hedgie dumps it in, well out of the reach of the intended recipient. Laszlo, pass, picked off out front. Wood couldn't get a shot off there. Looking for another chance here. Nationals working inside the Strathroy zone. Shot on. Nixon with the pad save. Big rebound comes out to Dundas on the right side. His pass over to Elliston. Elliston gets a piece of it, and it's inside the London zone. Elliston now trying to walk that one out and lost it. Long pass, trying to find it up to Burridge, and a nice play to get the stick in the lane there by Charlie Barnes. Marshall looking, gets it past him. It's Perry back behind the net. Oh, but they're offside on the play. Perry didn't realize it until he was no more than 10 feet from the puck. Poking that one past is Marshall, and it's knocked off his stick to Perry out front of the London bench. Perry trying to get that one back. Julian couldn't handle the puck there. It's bounced off the boards. Faulkner trying to find it to Perry, but it's on goal for Gordy O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer's pass kept in at the blue line. Fired to the net there. That one sits back behind the London net. Pace Roth. Hewitt right on him. Steals the puck. Faulkner. Point. Habib shot. That one tipped. Hogarth. Rebound. Picks it up. Shot on. O'Dwyer another save. Puck loose out front. And Gordy O'Dwyer gets the glove on top of it to get the whistle.
That was a really big save as we get some pushing and shoving down below the goal line. But that was a really, really big save by Gordy O'Dwyer. That could have really put the Nationals in a lot of trouble. They're down 2. But a deflection in front, able to react and get the shoulder up on that one and kick it, I don't want to say out of danger, but away far enough that he had time to move and make another save. Really big save by Gordy O'Dwyer, the former Rocket there.
Yeah, us here in the booth, and I know the camera as well gets a good view at that shot to the net and the redirect it took. That's now looking to clear their own zone. It's French. Knocks the puck over to the defender. Quick pass up. Beaupre trying to chase it down. Nelson trying to tip that one past. Piercy to help him out. Just up against the wall. That's will clear. It's back out to center for Owen Kindry, and Kindry will just dump it in as the Rockets will chase now past this halfway mark of the second period with 9:45 to go in the second. Nelson trying to poke it past and get it to Cucci. Nice play by French. Almost got past Piercy. Gets it up to Torrealba. Torrealba and across the blue line fires a shot, and that one goes over top of the net. Nelson will chip it past. Foot race for it. Cucci going to try to chase down McGowan. Not going to get there in time, and it'll be dumped in by the Nationals again. Side of the Strathroy end of the ice. Cucci's pass out of the reach of Piercy. Arsenault Long pass down the ice and icing against London, and I think they got all the changes in they were looking for before the pass. So
yeah, I think they were able to get that one. You don't see any yelling or screaming from either the linesmen or the bench, so it'll be mostly a fresh line out there. They were out there pretty quickly, and should be an easy face-off here. Won't be too tired of a line out there.
picked up from behind the London net. Now McGowan up past the blue line, takes a hit from Kane Johnson, but he was able to get it up from the London bench, and now the dump in will be called offside. It was Arsenault who hit it just inside the blue line. With 9:02 to go in this second period, we're still holding on to that 1-0 lead from 7 minutes and 56 seconds into the hockey game. Some chances for either side, but the goaltender standing tall.
Goaltending's been a really big factor for this game so far in this one.
Riley Wood in the corner here. Spins, gets it onto his forehand. Nats looking to the net. That one blockered away by Nixon. Spezial will pick it up as Spezial right up against the line there. Takes a slash. Puck taken away by Santavi. Santavi looking out front for Wood. Couldn't hold on to it. Chart now. Back down low for Wood. Pinned up against the wall by Laszlo. Nats looking to get that one out as it's held on to Santavi. Works his way, and that one taken away. Barnes looks to flip it up to Spezial. Holmes will pick it up. Hands it back on to defense. Thomas Monroe. Back to Deacon Holmes. Holmes pass. This one down the ice. Nixon's going to play that one. Gets it on his stick. Rims it around the boards. Up to Pimento. Pimento couldn't clear. Holmes from the blue line. Works his way in. Lost it there. Couldn't get a shot off. Nice play by the Rockets to knock that puck away. A couple of stick lifts to take it from the Nationals defender. Chard against Laszlo in the corner. Back behind the net for Barnes. Quick pass. Dundas. Dundas to Perry. Perry in across the blue line. Perry looking shot. That one kicked aside by O'Dwyer. Elliston. Back down low. Picking up the stick there. Losing it just for a little bit. Habib down low for Dundas. Dundas looked back out front. Able to get a stick in the lane there. It's off the glass. Habib couldn't hold the line. Working forward. Duarte on the left side. Duarte coming in. Pass knocked away. Good defensive play by Marshall. Up to Dundas. Dundas holds. Comes in. Dundas right side. Shot over top of the glove of O'Dwyer. And the Nats will pick it back up to the offensive blue line. Perry knocks it away as he was there to intercept it.
A little bit of end-to-end action there. A turnover on both ends lead to turnovers on the other end, and a few chances by each team.
That rush for Strathroy, it was Dundas who was coming through and had Elliston on the far left side. And had he got the pass to him right away, he might have given Elliston a good chance at a breakaway, but didn't think about it right away. Shot on, knocked away, and now slew foot on the play. And penalty coming here to London as this will draw a crowd back behind the Strathroy net as now Hogarth down to the ice.
Hogarth should have stayed out of that one. It would have been probably a 5-minute for the slew foot, but now you're looking at an equalizer there for that penalty possibly. We'll see what comes out of it, but man, that was a dirty play by the Nationals to get the foot under. You could see it from here. He pulled the foot underneath.
The officials are talking about it now, about what they want to call it.
But unfortunately, the Nationals players are getting in there, and that's where the linesmen need to step in and pull them away. They're trying to get their ears in. They're trying to get their 2 cents in to get what they think needs to be called. It's their captain. That's who should only be in there. You have 3 Nationals in there right now.
Hedgie's in there talking to him. He doesn't wear a letter on his shirt.
Yeah, so. I disagree with that.
And now the other official giving away to him here. Perry and Burridge wait just outside the circle there to see what it will be as Burridge goes back to the bench, doesn't like it. There's 4 minutes up on the clock there, so it's going to be a double minor.
Double minor for tripping. And this is an advantage for the Nationals. You want to, or the Rockets. You want to score, this is the time to score. Get 1, get 2. Get as many as you can on this one and take advantage of a Nationals team.
Into the corner. Nelson now picks it up for Strathroy. They got the advantage here, and they got it for 4 minutes on the double minor. Picked up, puck cleared off the stick of Perry and back out to center. Strathroy 0 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. They didn't look fantastic on their first chance. Nelson leaves it. Elliston looks through. Backhander just over top of the net. Had got O'Dwyer moving left to right, but he couldn't put the backhand through as that one is going to be cleared off a stick and out of play. So the faceoff will come back to the Strathroy side, I believe of center. We'll see where the officials put it. The first 29 seconds off the double minor.
Looks like it's going to come back into the zone, really. The linesman has no idea where to take it, though.
It hit off a rocket stick and then went out of play, so it should at least come out.
It should come to our right here, just on the face-off dot on the blue line here, and that's where it will go. The Rockets need to get into the transition and get the puck in, control the puck, and wait for those shots.
You get a feeling that it's going to take a point shot with traffic to beat him on the power play with the Rockets. And then pass up to Ellison at the blue line there. He was a little bit slow getting back up into it. The pass got to him quickly, and the Rockets are offside on the play. Yeah,
unfortunately he had to make that pass there back to Elliston, and he was just a step behind him as he pulled the puck. That's when you go to video review if it's a goal almost, because it looks that close. But the linesman was right there behind him, and he could see it easily that it was going to be offside.
Cucci holds on to it here. Gets the pass over. Hogarth will dump it in. McGowan rimmed around the boards. Kindry keeps it in at the blue line, and now the puck will be over top of him as Torrealba got that one back, and the Rockets have to start from their own zone. Pass over to Hogarth. Hogarth has that one bounce away from him. Torrealba will dump it in as he goes for a change. Picked up behind the net. Hogarth. Pass Piercy, and now they'll bring it forward. Pass Hogarth to the net. Looks back out front. Nobody there to pick it up except for Burridge, as now Burridge will just circle back inside of the London zone. Throws it off the boards, but it hits his own man and kept alive here for Strathroy. Faulkner looking shot. Rebound out front, and they couldn't pick it up as it's fired off the boards and out. 2:30 to go on the double minor.
You've got to get one here early if you want to take advantage of the double minor. You get one now, you get a chance for another 2 minutes.
Burridge on a backhand will dump it in. 15 seconds to go. The Rockets still inside their own zone here. Some shoves from Kindry and Santavi in the corner. Faulkner leaves it back for Owen Kindry. He comes to the bench for a change. The Rockets are through the first of the minor penalties in the double minor. Holmes in the corner trying to clear. Santavi gets that one past, and now he'll chase it down, and now it's going to be a little shorthanded 2-on-1 rush. Pass over Burridge. Shot. That one goes wide as the Rockets caught on a change there. Shorthanded chance. It's Dundas coming through. Dundas leaves for Perry, and they're offside on the play.
Yeah, it looked like it was Noah Nelson there that was just a step offside. It's tough. The Nationals, as I've said, are a large team. They're not small bodies. They're not a speed body. So they like to use their bodies in the corners, stop you at the blue line, and that's what's happening. Once they get into the zone, get the puck moving, use the Rocket speed, I think they'll have a better chance to get the puck on net.
Quick pass to Nelson. Nelson looking for Perry in the middle there. Knocked away, rimmed around the boards. Riley Wood trying to throw that one out. It's kept in here. Nelson. Wood takes it away from him, and now he works it past, and now here come the Nats again, shorthanded. Wood, left side. Wood cuts through, and he gets it behind the net there, losing an edge just at the end. Rockets have given up two good shorthanded rushes for the Nationals. Here's Elliston. Chips that one past, gets it himself in the corner. Tries to spin. Arsenault around the boards for Noah Nelson. Held on to Dundas to Perry. Perry has that one bounce off his stick. Arsenault going to outmuscle him, throws it around the boards and gets it out. 55 seconds to go on the man advantage. Thrown around the boards. Nelson couldn't hold on to it, and now the Nats will come back the other way with Wood into the offensive zone. Wood wide, back behind the net, still holding. Works around the perimeter, does Riley Wood, and finally the puck taken away from him. Dundas now in. Dundas looking for a shot. That one blocked. Picked up. Beaupre sent down, and now coming in. Offside on the play is Shard. Nats bench not happy about it. It was close.
It was very, very close, and Burridge is just giving it to the linesman there.
And I think it obviously wasn't Shard who was called on the offside, but they had a player coming to the bench late for a change.
Yeah, it was a late change. He actually jumped on, stood right at the blue line and stood there, and the puck was late getting to him as he took the step, kind of like what we saw just in front of us here with Elliston.
Chard now. Chard cuts through, gets a chance there, and it's knocked away 15 seconds to go as Faulkner comes right out front of the Strathroy net. Now up ice. Faulkner in across the blue line. Toe drag, gets it into the corner. Faulkner now losing it in his skates. It's knocked off his stick, fired down the ice, and that'll do it. Rockets get all but maybe one shot on the double minor. 2:48 to go here in the second. Faulkner turned over. Chard knocked off his stick. Habib with it. Up to Hogarth. Hogarth touches it at center. It'll enter the London zone as Holmes will get it back behind the net. Over to Monroe on the opposite side. Monroe, long pass off of Chard to the side of the goal. And Nixon gloved it. Thought about playing it for a quick second, but will hold on for the whistle.
Shortstop Chaz Nixon out there with the scoop in the hole as that one took a few bounces coming in on him. You know what? And we say this over and over and over again. If you win the special teams, you're going to get the victories. In this game, it's almost more if you can keep the special teams at zeros both ways, you have a good chance of winning this game right now.
Poked off the stick, brought forward by Barnes. Pass over to Spezial, hits off his skate, now goes back behind the London net. Spezial with it, pinned up against the wall, held on to, looked out front. Julian intercepts the pass, rimmed around the boards. Barnes now at the point to Pimentel. Pimentel looks, gets it over. Laszlo couldn't hold. Laszlo back out front, and there's no one there to get the puck. Gordy O'Dwyer trying to scramble back to his net as a shot fired on from the side by Laszlo. Puck to the blue line, kept in by Pimentel. Pimentel down. Johnson looking to get it back. Pimentel again, up to the point for Laszlo. Laszlo shot through. That one tipped in off the shoulder there of O'Dwyer. And finally, Nichols pass up to Burridge. They'll clear. Julian breaks in. Pass right side. Return pass to Julian, and he couldn't get it on the tape. And the Rockets get it up to the blue line and out. Spezial trying to dig away with it. Julian now cuts in, speed to the net, back in, leaves it, shot on, Nixon with the save, and it's going to be cleared down the ice in what will go for icing, but the Rockets surviving a swarm of Nationals activity in their own zone.
Take the icing. Take the icing. Take yourself the chance to cool down. Chaz Nixon once again making incredible save after incredible save. Like I mentioned earlier, Julian's on a 5-game point streak, and Chaz Nixon's basically has said, you know what? I'll see that later, right now.
Minute 15 to go here in the second period. Strathroy holding on to a 1-0 lead. Dumped in by Spezial, and the Rockets will get a change. McGowan wheels up ice from behind the London net. Comes through center. McGowan into the offensive zone. Wide. Left side. Now behind the net. Still holding on to it. McGowan pass looking to the middle. Knocked away. Faulkner there to pick it up. And Faulkner a move out front from his own zone. Now up to center. Chips that one past. Dumps it in. And they're going to say he wasn't quite at center. I'll agree with him there. An icing against Faulkner and the Rockets.
And as I continue to go on the power play in the special teams here, we've seen the Rockets, as soon as the power play was over, they were actually able to get more and more pressure. It was almost like they enjoy being 5-on-5 more than they enjoy being 5-on-4 to their advantage. So we'll see if that continues throughout this game, but they've been really good 5-on-5 so far.
Quick passing as the Nationals try to break it in, and that one will go off a stick and into the netting, out of play. 33.8 to go in the second period. The face-off will be in the neutral zone, Strathroy side of center, and the Rockets will get a wholesale line change.
And the Nationals actually missed a really good chance earlier after that icing. All 5 Rockets went for a change. If you're the Nationals, you just try and get that puck moving. You should have had that puck into the blue line, as that's a really bad change for the Rockets, but they were able to come out of it unscathed.
It was McGowan on that play who picked it up from behind the London nets and tried to get it up ice as quickly as he could, but didn't go for the long pass. Habib inside of the Strathroy zone. His clearing attempt doesn't go anywhere. Perry will pick it up, but it's going to be blown down here. A penalty on the play.
Looks like it's going to be Habib. Oh, it's actually
it's on French.
So that's really interesting because
the two Rockets, of them went in there.
Yeah, and the Rockets had possession of the puck. So they actually had it unless the National players knocked it out of the scrum. But either way, the Rockets are going to go on their third power play of the game here, I believe. Second or third?
It'll be their third separate power play. They had the double minor, of course, so it'll go down as their fourth. Just 10 seconds to go here in the period. They got to be quick if they want to get something off. Shot to the net. That one blocked by Hedgie. Trying to pick it up, Perry. It'll be cleared back out to center. Elliston got it over to Charlie Barnes, but the horn will go and period number 2 will come to an end. No score for either side here in the second. It's the Rockets holding on to a 1-0 lead over London after 40 minutes of hockey. And the Rockets will come back in the third period with 1 minute and 47 seconds of power play time to start the third.
Yeah, and it continues to be a back and forth game as the shots were 8-7 that period in favor of the Nationals. 17-16 the shots totals right now. This has been probably one of the Rockets' best games. If they can get just one bounce on the power play, it's going to be a totally different game. You're gonna see the floodgates open. The Nationals haven't had an answer for Chaz Nixon so far. We talked about this in the end of the first period. The Nationals are a good third period team. The Rockets really, they struggle. I don't want to say they're bad, but they struggle. They've been able to hold some games, but against the Nationals team like this, I don't want to be going in 1-0. I got to get the Rockets got to get a goal very early in this period to hold faith.
Of the 3 periods, the third's certainly not the strongest for Strathroy, although they'll go in with a 1-0 lead here over the London Nationals at 1 minute and 47 seconds of power play time when they do get set to start the third period. We'll quickly check the out-of-town scoreboard. The only game currently ongoing in the West, Leamington in Kamoka. It's a 2-0 lead for the Leamington Flyers. About half of the third period still to play at the Wellness Center here in Strathroy. A 1-0 lead for the Rockets on the first period goal by Brandon Spezial. We'll go to break, come back with the third. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Rockets Audio Network and watching on HockeyTV.com.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy. 2 periods of hockey complete, 40 minutes of hockey complete, and a big third period on the way here from Strathroy. Up in the press box, Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox alongside me here. And Matt, this third period, I just said about a few different ways how big it's going to be, but the Rockets, they have not been a good third period team so far this year. It has been the period that they've struggled the most in. And this is going to be a big test for them to see if they can turn things around against the London Nationals team that, when trailing coming into the third period, they can get back in it more often than not.
Yeah, the Nationals are 6-8 this year when trailing in after the second period. So they're getting the points after when they need to. But I'm sorry, Nixon looks unbeatable tonight. Now, when leading after 2 periods, the Rockets are 10-8. Not a stat you want to be proud of. They're at least winning more than the games are losing, but at least they're getting the points as well. It's going to be a third period that's going to be one that you're not going to want to miss for sure. But, like I said, Nixon looks unbeatable right now. Everything that comes his way, he's either putting in the corners or it's in them and he's keeping it safe, or it's down the ice off his pad. We saw that a few times in the second period there.
One of the good things for Strathroy coming into this third period, though, Matt, is that they'll start with 1 minute and 47 seconds of power play time, which at the very least should kill off a couple minutes of time to start the third period. But it is about time where they start getting some pucks to the net on the power play. They have had 4 power plays in the game tonight. I believe this will be number 4. A double minor and then an earlier power play. And I think they probably have 2 or 3 shots on the man advantage. They haven't been able to get pucks to the net. Entering the zone has been a problem, and staying in the zone has been an even bigger problem. So this will be a big test here, this power play to start the third, on how this third period is going to go. And I think you'll kind of get the vibes in the first minute and a half here of how this third will go for Strathroy. Yeah,
it was really interesting. We had mentioned it right after the power play. They had more puck possession time in the zone after the power play than they did during the power play. So it's really interesting to see that, and we'll see if they can manage at least to get some time off the clock here in the third period. You kill off, I believe there's 1:40 left in the power play. It's 1:40. The Nationals aren't in your zone. Should be 1:40 that Chaz Nixon isn't facing shots.
And for the Rockets, it'll be a big test here on the power play. They've struggled so far this season against teams that really force them on the man advantage. We see teams like London, Leamington, Chatham. No surprise those teams are the top 3 in the Western Conference. They really force you when they're on the penalty kill. Keep you to the outsides. Don't give you time to make the passes you want to. And they're going to have to find a way to beat that. And I think it's just getting shots to the net. Gordy Dwyer hasn't looked fantastic when the screen. Pucks bouncing off him. The Rockets are going to have to take advantage of that.
Yeah, get pucks on net. Get the tips in front of the net. And honestly, it's a matter of just getting the chances. They're going to lead to goals. Nixon's only faced 31 shots in his last game. You're getting higher and higher. The more you put on him, the more he's going to give up.
So we'll take it down to ice level now as the Rockets make their way back out for the third period here. They have a lead. It is a 1-0 lead on a first period goal by Brendan Spezial. Just 7 minutes and 56 seconds into the game, and since then, the Rockets, Nationals have been unable to find the back of the net, and we'll see if they can get that to change here in the third. It's Perry with Elliston, Dundas, Barnes, and Nelson out there to start, and right away, it's going to be the Nationals dumping it in, Chard inside of the London zone. The Strathroy zone. Now the Rockets working it out through center. Perry in. Pass over to Nelson, just out of his reach. Nelson tries to settle it down. Perry unable to get it, and that one's going to be cleared down the ice on to Chaz Nixon. Nixon playing it, gets it over to Elliston on the right side. Back over, Charlie Barnes leaves it. Carson Perry. Perry up the left side of the ice. Weaves his way through the middle. Pass to Nelson. Nelson in across the blue line. Poking that one down low. Gets it from McGowan. Tries to give it over to Dundas. Dundas gets it past him. Elliston at the blue line holds it. Down low, Arsenault. This one fired into Perry. Picked up. Dundas tries to throw that one off the back of O'Dwyer, and it'll be cleared on a bouncing puck down the ice. 50 seconds to go on the man advantage.
And they're killing the puck off. They're getting it in deep, but they've got to get some more shots. They've got to keep the puck moving, especially on this fresh ice. It's going to move a little bit faster than it will later in the period.
It's Gordy O'Dwyer now clearing that one. Just doing the job himself as he gets it back to the Strathroy blue line with 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Quick pass up, Spezial loses it in his skates. Got to the blue line there, and an uncomfortable looking hit there as a chance out front. Spezial couldn't get the shot off.
Yeah, that didn't look comfortable at all as he toe picked there at the blue line.
Kane Johnson off the wall. Spezial holds into the corner now. Looks up to the point. It's Ty Johnson. Shoveling it back down low. Bouncing puck over top of the stick of Deacon Holmes. Pins Johnson up against the wall. Spezial gets it. Fires one through. That one stopped. Man back on. Shot scores! It squeaks through! Right after the power play expires, Owen Kindry has given the Rockets a 2-0 lead.
And what a shot. Basically the same spot Spezial scored his goal from. And we said they've got to get one here early to be comfortable. And that's an early goal and a shot by Owen Kindry that just beat Gordy O'Dwyer on the blocker side. That's 6 to 8 inches right above the pads. That's where you want to put that puck on those shots. That's where he did. He put it right through and into the back of the net.
Just under 2 minutes in, and right after the power play expires, the Rockets get that goal, and they lead 2-0. Picked up by Julian inside of the London zone. Circles back, handing that one off. And now Monroe will pick it up in the corner. Monroe turned it over. Faulkner spins. Faulkner to the net. That one just missing the pad of O'Dwyer. Up to the point. Marshall shot through. Rebound out front. Another chance there. Batting away at it. Faulkner couldn't get the shot off. Behind the goal line here, Hewitt trying to poke it away for Strathroy. Hewitt just trying to get it back. Bouncing puck right out front. Chance on! And O'Dwyer makes the save. Point blank on Faulkner.
And Spezial gets his second point of the night on Owen Kindry's goal there. The goal reads Owen Kindry from Brandon Spezial and Kane Johnson on the goal. Should be almost a power play goal, but just short of one, as that will be Kindry's goal there just after the power play. His fifth also of the season.
We talked about how that line with Johnson, Spezial, and they've been doing a good job here in this game. They've got both goals. Kindry, the second one there, 2-0. Pass up, Piercy. Cucci in across the blue line. Breaks his way in. Right side, knocked off his stick. Tries to fire it back out front there. And now French chipping that one forward. At the line, Beaupre knocked off his stick. Nelson to center. Will dump it in. Bouncing puck on O'Dwyer, who has a little bit of trouble there. Cucci gets it back out front. Rebound chance. It's behind him. And Gordy O'Dwyer sitting right on top of it. In the net is Arsenault, and the Rockets bench was calling for Arsenault on top of it, but I don't think he was on top of it. It was off to the side of the net.
No, it actually looked like Gordy had pinned it on the post, on the outside of the post with his back leg, and Arsenault just kind of pushed the back foot out there with a little bit of Gordy O'Dwyer. But wow, what a team this Rockets has been in the first 4.5 minutes of this third period. This isn't the same team that was out here in the first, let alone the early.
Bouncing puck, and that one blown down. The linesman saying that it hit off the score clock.
And I will say, I don't want to toot our company's own horn here. One of the more versatile scoreboards in a building like this, the OES scoreboard here, high above center ice. It's only about 2.5, 3 feet wide, but it makes a whole wrap. Gives that pro feeling here in the building.
Almost certainly going to clip that and show the boss, I am sure. It's Santavi inside. Santavi pass over. That one knocked off the stick, trying to find Riley Wood. Cleared up to the line. Chard keeps it in. Down low, Ty Johnson with it. Now Kindry, rimmed around the boards. Ellison, the stick lift, gets past the defender and back out to center ice for Chard. Chard on the return pass. Puck out front. That one bounces off of O'Dwyer. Now the bouncing puck onto the stick of Santavy inside the offensive zone. Kindry throws the body on Santavy right out front of the official. Around the boards, up to the line, and out to center. There with it now is Thomas Monroe. Works the edges, skates back inside the London zone. Now at the blue line, the Nats will get a change. Coming forward, Pace Roth. Pass inside of the Strathroy zone. Kindry behind the net now. Kindry is going to reverse to Dundas. Dundas, long pass, bouncing. Perry picks it up. And Perry at center just couldn't settle down that puck. Pass to Ty Johnson. Johnson, big collision. Bunker right off the bench. And Johnson braced for it, and I think Bunker actually got the worst of it. Perry with it now. Pass to Elliston. Just wraps that pass to him at center. Elliston will break in. Elliston cuts the middle. Elliston looking shot, and that one goes off a body and wide. To the point for Habib. Just tries to kick it in. At the line. Pokes it off a stick there. Trying to come through. Dundas couldn't get it to the net there. Bunker, and now this one turned over. Kane Johnson poked it forward through and inside of the London zone. Just shy of the 5-minute mark into the third.
Yeah, that was not a good hit there at center ice because Bunker went right after the next guy into the corner. He looked like he was fired up and ready for some more action.
Into the Strathroy zone. Marshall's behind the net. Rimmed around the boards over to Pimentel. Pimentel tried to clear. Up to the line. Arsenault camped in. Bouncing puck. Spezial with it now. Circles back and he'll go behind the net. Getting chased out as he throws it off the glass and out to the neutral zone. There with it, Marshall trying to chip that one past Pimentel. Picked up Johnson. Johnson tripped a little bit coming through. No call. Back into the Strathroy zone. Chase for it. Habib against Burridge. Habib up to Pimentel. Pimentel with some space now. Gains center. Comes in. Has Spezial with him. Now wide. Pimentel back behind the net. Still holding on to it here. Knocked off his stick by Arsenault. Arsenault picked up Pimentel. Getting to the net, couldn't get a shot off. Another one up to the point, and Burridge, quick pass over to the left side to center and dumped in. Now Burridge, point shot on. That one tipped by Julian. Back behind the net, Julian with it now for London. Up to the point here. Nats working. McGowan looks. That one tipped. Wide of Nixon. Behind the net, here's Nichols. Bounces off the boards up to the point. McGowan, another one on goal, and Nixon, with no traffic out front, gobbles that one up.
And Nixon once again just swallowing any rebound that's there, though. But wow, what a chance there for Pimentel. He had a few there on the zone. He's not happy with the way he came back to the bench. He thought he deserved one there for sure. Good first few minutes here for the Rockets as they've come out all guns a-blazing.
Burridge leaves it. Now down low. Laszlo chases behind the net here for Strathroy. Wood leaves it. Chard looks. Pass over just out of the reach of Hedgie, and it's picked up by Faulkner, who will bring it forward. Pass over to Hewitt. Hewitt couldn't hold on to it. It was knocked away by Pace Roth. There with it and settling it down just inside of the London zone. Hedgie pass to Burridge. Burridge will skate it back. Tried to go off between the skates there of Hogarth, but Hogarth got a skate on it. Pass by Johnson, back to Kindry. Kindry down the ice, and an icing call on the play against Strathroy. 13-13 to go here in the third. The Rockets leading 2-0 on the early goal here in the period to add on to their lead.
Yeah, and the Rockets have been really powerful out here so far. They've already got 5 shots in this period, which is really good. They're out shooting the Nationals 21-18 here. I think they're also out breaking sticks here more than the Nationals, as we've seen 3 or 4 broken sticks head back towards the Rockets bench in this game.
Off the wall, Torrealba looking for a shot through. It goes into the corner. This one's going to be flipped up and out by Hewitt. Inside of the London zone. Back behind the net is Holmes. Pass, Hogarth knocks it down with a stick right out front of the Strathroy bench. Got it away from Torrealba. Monroe will circle back. Holds on to it inside of the London zone. Now Holmes, pass. Julian got a stick on it as he tips it into the corner. Kindry rimmed around the boards. Monroe right up against the wall with Piercy. Now Hogarth. He's down to the ice trying to poke away at it and get the puck loose. It's the Nationals with the pass up to the point. Nobody there. Monroe had moved to about 20 feet off the boards, and the Nats will have to go all the way back to their own zone to get the puck. A final score over in Kamoka. The Flyers a 3-0 win over the Kamoka Kings. have now moved themselves, as we speak right now, 5 points up on the Nationals. And a penalty on the play here. It's against Strathroy and Ty Johnson.
And multiple Nationals once again going over to the referees to ask for more penalties.
They're chatting about it here with the penalty on Ty Johnson.
And Burridge just standing there trying to plead for more. This is something unacceptable.
Just the cross check. That's all they're going to get.
Yeah, that's all they're going to get. And that's all it should be. It should just be a cross check on the play. The Nationals team needs to let the referees do their job. Let them discuss. Stop begging for more calls. That's what they've done on both penalties here against the Rockets. They've gone over begging for more calls, and they need to let the officials do their job. They're very good at their job.
Chard with it now. Here's the Nationals work on the power play. In the corner, Marshall almost took that one away from him. Another penalty on the play here.
Marshall's going to get a slash on that one.
Julian gives it to Marshall to let him touch it here, and they're going to call it a high stick on him here, and the Rockets will go down 2 men for 1:44. And this will be a big test.
Yeah, this is a test for the Rockets. We said you got to win the special teams battles, and this is where it's going to be, is winning these special teams battles. And if you're going to win it, you got to just send the puck down the ice.
Face-off off to Nixon's left side. With it there, now up to the point for the captain, Burridge. Hands it off to McGowan. Return. Burridge. McGowan shot. That one blocked. Off to the side. Hogarth chases it down, and he's going to clear it back out to the neutral zone. Now here comes McGowan. Steps in across the blue line to set up the London power play. It's McGowan into the corner now. Chard with it. Up to McGowan. Looks. Burridge one-time shot. That one blocked again by Habib. Felt that one, but he's back up to his feet. Here's Burridge again. They work around the perimeter. Pass. McGowan shot. That one tipped and goes wide. Picked up off the boards and cleared on the backhand by Hogarth. The Rockets will get 3 fresh skaters out there. 55 seconds to go on the first minor penalty to Strathroy. Stepping inside the offensive zone is McGowan. To the top of the circle. Looks. Burridge thought about a one-timer. Trying to throw the Rockets off. Pass over right side. Looking out front. That one trying to tip on by Wood. And now another chance here. It's Burridge. McGowan shot that one over top of the net and out of play. And that should bring the face-off outside. I don't think there was a tip on it.
That didn't touch anything. That went straight out and hit the glass.
Yeah, they'll bring it out to the neutral zone.
Yeah. Good chance there for the Nationals as they were able to work the puck around and get the lane open there for the one-timer. But I don't think it's the one-timer they were looking for. They were looking for the one-timer on Burridge. Instead, they got, I believe it was McGowan, and he missed the net completely on that one.
Face-off one back by Perry, and now cleared down the ice by Laszlo. 25 seconds to go in the first minor penalty to Ty Johnson. Coming through the middle now. McGowan steps across the blue line. Throws it around the boards. All the way up to Burridge right out front of the Strathroy bench. Burridge to McGowan. McGowan looking, pass over Chard. Tries to cut through. That one cleared by Perry down the ice. And that'll just about do it as Ty Johnson comes back onto the ice here. 15 seconds to go in the second minor penalty to Strathroy. Nationals come up across center. It's Burridge. Stopping. Burridge pass. McGowan looks off to the left side. Shot through. That one goes off the side of the net. Cleared by Kindry. Off the boards and out. And that will do it. The Rockets kill off 1 minute and 44 seconds of 5-on-3. And the West Middlesex Memorial set lets them know.
Incredible kill. Blocked shots there by the Rockets. Puck down the ice. That's what they needed here.
And now an icing. No, they're offside on the play. The Nats will touch it. And they're going to put that one all the way. Offside against London will bring the face-off down into the National zone with 9:34 to go here in period number 3. The Rockets with their best 2 minutes of penalty kill this season in the most crucial of times.
And I don't know if you saw that. French actually gave Chaz a little extra bit of a whack there after the whistle was blown. The Rockets weren't impressed with it. Got him out of there. No extra penalties were called on it. Either way, Face-off is back down in the far end of the ice where the Rockets need it.
Shot through traffic from the point, bounces around. The pass from Spezial goes past Barnes all the way to the Strathroy zone. Barnes trying to get the puck back, throws it around the boards. Monroe, chip past him, bunker, shot into traffic, blocked there by the Rockets. Spezial will pick it up, come up ice on the right side, pass over Pimentel into the skates. Pimentel tries to cut through, loses it down low, and now a collision there sends Spezial down to the ice on the far side of the ice. He's slow to go to the bench, and it's going to be up into the netting, out of play. And Matt, I didn't see that. If there was a hit on Spezial right up against the wall, or the Rockets bench was looking for a call. Both officials were already up ice on the play.
Yeah, and he is bleeding too. It looks like at least a finger for sure, if not more, is bleeding on the play.
Rockets bench looking for a call there as Spezial has got blood dripping from him on the Strathroy bench. Point shot, that one stopped by O'Dwyer. Perry behind the net. Puck comes out front there. Rockets trying to pick it up. It gets up to the line and now coming through Elliston to Perry. Perry, toe drag, stopped. Elliston comes through, shot, that one blocked. Burridge will pick it up, and now the Nationals will come back the other way. On the left side, shot on, and Nixon easily gloves that one as he picks it out of the air and gets the whistle. 8:39 to go here in the third.
If I'm the Rockets, you've got to be telling your guys, stay away from the corners, stay away from the walls. It's going to get rough if the Nationals keep not getting their way, and that's what happened with Spezial there. Took it right to the face, bloody nose, bloody fingers. It doesn't look like the freshest face there for Spezial.
Stick lift by Elliston on the pass up to the point for Monroe. Got the puck out for Strathroy. Hedgie trying to dig that one away as well as Chard. Elliston's right in the mix for Strathroy. Wood trying to get it. Marshall. Pass to Dundas. Dundas steps in across the blue line. Leaves it. Perry looking shot over top of the net there. Puck cleared, and now the Nationals at the blue line trying to bring that one through. Through center to the logo and dumped in. Chard will chase against Marshall in the corner. 8 minutes to go. Marshall pins him up against the wall. Holding on to it here. Looking. Arsenault from the blue line. This one will bounce off the side of the net. Looking back out front for it. Perry's going to pick it up for Strathroy. Fire it off the glass and capped in by Burridge. Burridge looking to step into one. Shot, two. Rebounds as it stopped by Nixon. Picked up by Ryan Marshall. And Marshall just going to skate with it to get to center and dump it in and get a line change.
Good play there by Nixon to kick it into the corner there on that shot attempt. Keep the puck moving, but keep it out of danger.
Off on, chance coming through, and it stays out. Nixon with the save as the net comes off right behind him, it looked like. Nationals with a good chance with 7:23 remaining here in the third.
And no, I want to mention up to you a big comeback in Junior C hockey. The Thamesford Trojans down 2-0 have come back to win the series 4-2 over the Dorchester Dolphins. You don't see that many or too often in big comebacks like that.
Junior C playoffs already underway, and we're getting close to that time as well here in Junior B. Nelson to Cucci. Cucci back to Nelson. Couldn't get the shot off. There's the Rockets with a chance, and now taken down into the corner. Two Rockets piled up as the Rockets bench was looking for a call. It comes off to the side, and Chaz Nixon will cover that one up. Rockets bench has not been happy with the officiating. There's been some calls missed, but of course I think they're just getting frustrated.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's not just the bench. It sounds like it's the fans as well, realizing that this has not been called evenly. I will admit there's been calls missed both ways for sure, but a few more obvious calls missed on the Nationals here for sure.
Beaupre with it back into the London zone. Passes up to Thomas Monroe and now hands it over to Holmes. Comes through center across the blue line. Still holds on to it. On his forehand behind the net, rubbed out. Pass comes out front there. Hewitt will pick it up. And now Hewitt's going to throw that one off the glass and out into the London zone. 6:35 to go here. You can see the Nationals changing up a couple of lines as they work their way through the middle. It's Monroe into the offensive zone. Stops. Rockets will take it away. Faulkner with it. And now Faulkner will bring it up ice. In across the offensive line. Faulkner shot on. Cody O'Dwyer makes the save with the glove and gets the whistle.
And Brandon Spezial's all cleaned up there. Got his face all clean. Looks like the bloody nose stopped. And he is right back on the ice looking to contain this lead here for the Rockets. And one thing I overheard Jason Williams talking about, the Rockets go into a 1-3-1. Keep the pressure on, but don't let them get in behind you and keep control of this game.
Chip forward, Santavi just inside the line. Pile up down there in the corner. Marshall throws it off the boards and gets it back out to the neutral zone. Pace Roth with it. His pass to French, knocked away. Now Santavi just on the other side of center. Long pass across the ice, stepping into one. Nichols shot on, and Nixon, he'll stop that one 10 times out of 10. The glove save, 5:52 to go.
And if you're Chaz Nixon, you say, thank you, I'll take that, and add to my save percentage on that one.
Gets the whistle and gets the face-off, and the Rockets get a fresh set of legs out there on the ice as well.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of that. Every chance you get, you're going to see a fresh set of legs. Whether you're out there for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, you'll get a fresh set of legs every whistle that's out there.
Shot from the point, blocked by Dundas. Perry will flip it and get it out to the neutral zone. A bouncing puck, stopped by Burridge. Burridge, pass now coming to center. Perry took a little bit of a hit there coming through the middle of the ice. Pace Roth settles it down here. 5.5 to go in the third. The Nationals from their own zone as Hedgie spins back. Over to Pace Roth now to center. He'll dump it in. Chasing it is Marshall. Marshall against Chard. Chard looks back out front, poked away. Good chance there on that one. Wide of the goal. Back out to center ice for Pace Roth again. With Elliston right on him. Elliston trying to take the puck away, and Elliston will. Right up against the wall there as he's pinned by Hedgie. Dundas in there to try and get the puck loose. As three Nationals up against Elliston. Elliston still there. Takes a hit up high from Hedgie. Elliston again. Oh, and that's a hit from Hedgie right in behind him. And that's going to draw a call.
Yeah, and you see him, he sits there and laughs because he knew that was a call. And the Nationals player slams his stick as he is not impressed with the call. But that is 100% a cross-check, and he was right in front of the referee. I don't know why he's yelling.
Oh, and he got another one.
There's another one. Yep, he's gone. They're kicking him right out of the game.
He gave him a 10. Yeah, he's got the 10.
No, he gave him the he-ho, actually. He gave him at least from
yeah,
the...
he did.
Yep, there he goes.
Hedgie was mouthing off all the way to the box there. Yep. And really, he was lucky he only got a cross-check on the initial call. What a play by Alliston there, down there in the corner, just up against the wall, keeping the puck away from the Nationals, and at the end of that, drawing the penalty to put the Rockets on the power play.
That's what you do. You're up. You got 4.5 or 5 minutes left in the game. Pin it to the boards. Even if you kill 20 seconds, it helps the game. It brings the game down. And see what they're doing here. They've put an injured player because he's been cut or something. He's got a bloody lip. I don't know what's wrong, but they're trying to get him to stay in the box for the penalty.
They can use anyone on the ice to
but
serve it there.
But he wasn't on the ice.
Well, I think he was because he took a hit, and I think that was his mask that caused the.
But because he's hurt, you can see he's getting repairs and his helmet's off. And he can't be in the penalty box.
That's what the officials are saying. They're saying if you're going to be in there, you got to put the helmet on.
Yeah.
4:51 to go here in the third. The Rockets head to the power play. Up 2-0. And an exciting finish due here in Strathroy. Off the draw, up to the line, kept in. Nice play, puts it into the corner. Arsenault around the boards. Ty Johnson with it. Johnson shot through, and that one scooped up there by the glove of O'Dwyer to make the save.
And really good play there by Hogarth. As he went across the net, he pulled his hands back, making sure that there was no intent to run into Gordy O'Dwyer there. You don't want to get these Nationals mad. That's what's going to cause issues.
Spezial back behind the net, just trying to tie it up in the corner. Hogarth as well, up to the point for Johnson. Johnson trying to hold the line here. Bouncing puck, picked up, coming forward. Short-handed rush, McGowan up, in, shot! That one stopped by Nixon. Bounces off the locker and back out to center. Spezial wide, right side, behind the net now, holds on to it. Hit into the corner. Now down low for Kane Johnson. This one's going to be thrown around the glass, back out to the neutral zone for Owen Kindry. Kindry to Ty Johnson. Johnson off the boards up to Spezial. Spezial with it, holds. Now to Hogarth. Hogarth steps in. Hogarth into the corner against Arsenault. Tried to leave it there. No one was there for Strathroy. Nichols will fire it off the glass and out. And there's Chaz Nixon to pick it up for Strathroy. A penalty coming on the play. This one's to London.
Yeah, and it's going to be...
It's a spear.
Looks like it was it's Nichols. Because Arsenault went to the bench and slammed his stick once again. And that could be a 5 for a spear.
Yeah, I think a spear comes with the automatic.
That's what I believe. I'm not a referee, but that's at least my understanding is a spear comes with is a 5. So it's a 4 actually what it is.
And now Strathroy, I believe, is going to use their timeout here. They'll have 55 seconds of 5-on-3 time. And then after that, another 3:05 of just power play time. And with 3:46 to go in the game, even if the Rockets don't score here, the Nationals are going to be down a man for the rest of this hockey game.
Yeah, and that's the tough part here. You're down 2 goals here. You want to get as much time on the clock in the attacking zone if you're the Nationals. But right now, if you're the Rockets, you're thinking, hey, this is great. I can just keep the puck in their zone even if I don't score. Just kill the time.
And so 3:46 to go here in period number 3. You get a look there at the Rockets bench here on the timeout as they talk things over. And head back out to the ice here for the last 3:46 of this hockey game. Chaz Nixon returns to his crease.
So it's actually Riley Wood that's in the box for the spear right now. I'm not sure if that's who was in there or if it was...
Well, Wood was originally in the box serving the penalty to Hedgie, and I think this puck went out of play. So
okay, yeah, so they must have it wrong here on the...
It was Nichols who got the spear. Nichols is in there with him. It's Wood who's serving the penalty for Hedgie.
Okay.
He's got 50 seconds left before Wood is out of the box.
Yeah.
Faceoff comes out to the neutral zone. London side is center. It's won back by Strathroy. Pass by Barnes to Elliston. Elliston steps in, throws it around the boards. Barnes is going to be there to get it for the Rockets. Now over to Elliston. Elliston looking shot. This one tipped. Rebound chance on. And O'Dwyer makes the save there and he gets the whistle.
Yeah, really good save there by Gordy O'Dwyer in tight on a backhand. You never know where that's going. So it's a really tough save for Gordy O'Dwyer. Keeping the team in it. That's what he's doing right now.
Up to the point for Barnes. And it's tipped off a stick there. A nice play to get the stick in the lane by Chard. Barnes to Perry. Perry steps in across the blue line, hands it off to Faulkner. Faulkner's pass. This is intercepted. Burridge just out of the reach of Chard inside of the Strathroy zone. Now Elliston against Chard in the corner. Trying to knock that one away. It's Faulkner with it. Faulkner pass, and he tried to go quickly up to Perry. It was through his legs, and it's going to be cleared back into the Strathroy zone. 5 seconds to go now. Is coming through the middle is Elliston. Over to Nelson. Riley Wood comes onto the ice from serving the penalty to Hedgie. And the Nationals now just down a man here. Pass coming through the middle. They're offside on the play. Is that one gloved down by Chard coming in ahead of the play. 2:55 to go in the penalty. 2:41 to go in the game. Rockets lead by a score of 2-0.
Yeah, it's been a very, very tough contest here if you're the Nationals. You haven't had many bounces go your way, but you've gotten frustrated very, very easy, and that's what's happening so far. And they're having calls called against them that they're not enjoying.
Big hit right out front of the London bench there. Slow to get up is Kane Johnson, and he'll probably make his way right to the Strathroy bench. That was a nice hit.
Yeah, by Arsenault there with a big hit there.
Just leaned the shoulder into him.
Clean hit though, very clean hit.
Johnson is staying on the ice here. And he goes right back for a hit there coming through. That one on Torrealba. Now here comes Bunker in across the blue line. He'll circle back and bring it back to Arsenault. Arsenault sends it down the ice here.
And that's okay. If you're on the power play, you can do that kind of stuff where you just let them send the puck down, bring it up, and just keep going because they don't have the chance to attack now with being down a man.
Pass coming through the middle. Johnson chips it past Monroe, and then it's going to be sent down the ice. Past Chaz Nixon and behind the Strathroy net. Kindry lost that one. Spezial trying to get it back from the corner. Chardon Monroe there. Trying to hold on to the puck. It's Ty Johnson. Chipped it past. Now up to the point. Nice play to get it through, but he got it onto the stick of Owen Kindry. Kindry long lead pass. Cucci in alone here on the power play. Cucci shot. Oh, stopped by O'Dwyer. What a nice save to reach back and get the blocker on it.
Great save by Gordy there to reach on that one.
And it'll be cleared back down the ice here by the Nationals. 1:15 to go here in this one.
He's made some big saves when called upon for the Nationals, and that might be the biggest one for them.
And a penalty coming on the play. This one to Habib is now Burridge heading right back to him to throw some more shoves. And with 1:04 to go here in this one, you'd love to see it just.
And I think that's why this one was called. It was trying to keep control of the game for sure. Send the one guy and keep him going.
With 1:04 to go here, it's going to be 4-on-4. And now, yeah, you will see. I was going to say, I'm surprised we're not seeing Gordy O'Dwyer to the bench. The Nationals will use their timeout here. O'Dwyer was on his way to the bench, so I think he's going to be there.
And it's actually funny. Burridge was the one that yelled at the bench to pull Gordy, and he's the one that's actually pulling Riley Wood back onto the ice. He's the one that is really making the call here, leading this timeout. You can see him talking to the players, him talking to the coach on leading this whole setup for the team.
The Nationals do have 5 guys out there, so O'Dwyer will come to the bench, and the net will be empty for London here. Saving grace, if you will, for the power play, or the penalty there for Habib, I should say, is that the Rockets were already on the man advantage, so they won't be down a man.
And they can't ice it here, unfortunately. You've got to get across the blue or the red line there. If they were down, you could go for the empty net and hope for a chance. You know, the goalie in me wants to see Nixon come around the net and take a shot at it and take the icing.
And now the Nats late getting their 5th skater out onto the ice, and that was Jacob Julian.
The referees are looking. They're going to send him back. So they're going to send him back because he was late getting on the ice.
Oh, see, here's the linesman, and I think it was because Monroe was on the ice, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's who they're bringing back out, or are they?
Yeah, that looks like.
Pardon me, they're going to bring back on Logan Pace-Roth, and Burridge just saying, "Hey, get out here! I can do it with you. I can do it with whoever's out there for." So 1:04 to go.
He's saying, "Just go to the front of the net. I'll do this."
Battle out front, off the face-off. Wood picks it up in the corner here for London. Leaves it. Now up. Burridge. Burridge looking. Shot. That one stopped. Rebound. Nixon makes the save. Chard back behind the net here for London. 50 seconds to go. Up to Burridge again. Burridge pass. McGowan. McGowan back to the captain Burridge. Looking. That one intercepted by Elliston. Elliston will pick it up. Chip it up and past Nelson, but no icing here as McGowan's there in the corner to get it for London. 30 seconds to go here in the hockey game. The Nationals will bring it up through center. Pass over to Burridge. Burridge across the blue line. Burridge looks to the net. That one stopped by Nixon. And he gobbles up the slight rebound there to make the save with 23.1 to go here. Rockets leading by 2. A big face-off here.
It would have been nice to see Mr. Elliston get the shot there on net and beat his former team there with an extra goal. Unfortunately, he was unable to get it past the defense there.
Well, and it shows the maturity, the understanding of the situation as a shot on by Burridge's shot. And now the backhand is going to be cleared down the ice, and it will go for icing with 10.9 to go in the hockey game. Elliston there, when he got that puck, there's probably about 35, 40 seconds left in the game. And he thought about taking the shot. He had the empty net there, but he realized that holding on to it and just dumping it into the London zone without an icing was a better play. Avoid the icing.
Yeah, it's tough for him there. He was trying to make the best play there, and a smart defensive play by a really young
Puck
kid.
is cleared by Hogarth, and the horn will go. And the Rockets take down the Nationals here 2-0 on home ice. Chaz Nixon, the shutout, his second of the season, leading the way.
And you can see Nixon, he's just, I did my job. The players are swarming him. They're excited for him. A huge win over one of the top teams in the league. And he's just getting swarmed by his team. Like I said, he's just, I did my job, boys. We did it. We had a real good game. The team's all over him now.
And the Rockets will salute the hometown crowd here, skating away to a 2-0 win over the Nationals. It's Nixon with the shutout, as mentioned, his second of the season. But Matt, oddly enough, the first shutout this season that he's got the win in. He lost in a 1-0 shootout game in St. Mary's. So I think that's why we saw a couple of the Rockets, Carson Perry leading the way to the timekeeper's box to try and pick up that puck. It's his first Junior B shutout where he collected the win.
That's right. That was the game where you and I were in St. Mary's, and it was a goalie battle back and forth for that one. But you know what? Nixon continues to show me why he is probably one. If you put him on the Nationals, he would be a top team or top ranked goalie in the league. He slows everything down. He puts the puck where it needs to be, and if he doesn't have the option, he holds on to it. He deserves incredible praise for tonight's game.
The Rockets 2-0 winners here over the London Nationals. Their first win against London since January 4th of 2020. It was a 3-2 win here on home ice again. They get the win. 2-0 the final score. Chaz Nixon, the shutout in goal for Strathroy. Goal scored by Brandon Spezial and Owen Kindry. Spezial with a 2-point night as he picks up the assists on the Kindry goal. Kane Johnson adds an assist as well, and the Rockets a 2-0 win here over London. They'll be back in action. A quick turnaround tomorrow as they hit the road to Chatham to take on the Chatham Maroons. A 3:30 puck drop from the Chatham Memorial Arena will be on the air shortly before puck drop to bring you all the action from Chatham. From Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox, we say thank you for tuning in tonight here on the Rockets Audio Network and watching on HockeyTV.com. And we'll see you tomorrow from Chatham.